All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I'm going to make a video about a Bible verse, which is Matthew, I believe it's chapter 7, verse 12, which is, do to others as you would have them do to you. And the reason why I want to make this video today is because I just want to display the power of God's word, and I want to display the power of God's word through applying that word directly to my own life a few days ago. And I'm just going to run through a scenario and some things that happened and that occurred, and to just really show you the power of God's word and the impact that it can have on your life as well as it does onto mine. So to give a bit of context, so I run a business doing like yard clearing and, a bit of rubbish removal, as you can probably see on the jumper. And I was doing a job for a lady, a customer of mine, where we were taking away a couple of loads of tree branches basically. And now the job had been prepaid for. Now I was at the job with an employee of mine, and we took away, so we were at the top of the property. We loaded the truck up. The truck was about probably sort of 3/4 full, and it would have been very easy just to sort of tarp up, rope the truck down, and sort of just go to the tip, instead of driving down to the bottom pile at the bottom of the property and trying to jam in basically as much as what we could onto the truck. It would have just been a lot easier just to because we had to come back anyway. And so it would have just been easy to, throw the tarp on, get to the tip and come back. And I just thought if that was someone that was doing a job for myself, I would appreciate if they would, jam pack the truck as full as they possibly could, obviously to get maximum value for the dollars that I'm paying for. And so I initially thought of that Bible verse, do unto others as they would, as you would have them do to you. And I just thought, nope, we'll go down and we will, jam in as much as what we possibly can into that truck. We'll get as much as what we can in. And believe it or not, so whilst we were down the bottom end of that property, doing the right thing, applying God's word, to my life directly, there was a neighbor that was doing a job of their own, and they were actually doing some gardening and pulling out some green waste and pulling out some things for themselves. And they came over to me and they said, is this your business? And yeah, can I get a card? What do you charge? To cut a long story short, I ended up doing that job actually yesterday, and I got another job out of it. And now if I hadn't necessarily done that, and I hadn't necessarily applied God's word to my life in that particular situation, the neighbor may have not been home at that particular time that we went down to the bottom of the yard to get that extra waste on the truck. And so that's basically instant reward for applying God's word to my life in that particular scenario. And these events just took place only a few days ago, and I just really wanted to share with you the power of applying God's word to your own life, because it's very real. It's very real. The word, it's a living word. Like people might say the Bible's outdated, or certain things, and those types of comments and remarks are from the enemy. They're from Satan. They're not from God. Read the Bible yourself, read the word for yourself, get in prayer for yourself, and just start applying some of these things to your life, and you'll see the instant rewards, I'd say fairly quickly, if you're consistently actually trying to apply the word to your life. It's one thing to read it and to study it, but then to actually apply it and try and live by it, that's another thing. And so just wanted to make this video today just to really show the power of God's word and how great the Lord is. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like, share, comment, and with all that said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace, guys.